Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda Okolo and I'm a YouTuber based in Lagos, Nigeria. As you can already see from the title of this video, today we are going to be talking about medical laboratory science. I'm going to be telling you what medical laboratory science is. I'm going to be breaking down the entire study process of medical laboratory science. So if this sounds like something that you'd be interested in watching, just sit back, relax and enjoy this video. So first of all, before we go on to breaking down medlab science, who is a medlab scientist, or what is medical laboratory science? Medical laboratory science is the use of blood and all other body fluids to ascertain the health of a patient or to ascertain the health of a person. It basically helps the doctor in their diagnosis and then as well as treatments. Medical laboratory scientist can also be called a clinical scientist or biomedical scientist, whichever works for you. So now let's head right into talking about or into breaking down the study process of medlab science. For the purpose of this video, I want to say that some of the details I might be giving in this video might be different in other schools. I'm not just narrowing this video down to my school. Of course, you know I attended Madonna University, but no, I'm not just narrowing this video down to how things were done in my school. I'm trying to give a general view or opinion about how medlab is done in most of the schools. But if you're currently studying medical lab science and there's something different or they're doing something differently in your school, you could also leave it in the comment section so that somebody else will also be able to learn from that, and I myself will be able to learn from that. So yes, so for those of you in Nigeria, you already know that before you are allowed to get into any tertiary institution, be it private or federal, you're supposed to have passed your WAEC and your JAMB. So now, talking about JAMB, I can't say for a fact what the JAMB cutoff mark for all the schools in Nigeria is, but I know that for majority of the school, the cutoff mark required to study medical lab science is 200. For those of you that are not in Nigeria, JAMB is a compulsory exam that everybody or every student that wants to get into university would have to write, and is always over 400. So now for medical laboratory science, I think that majority of the schools in Nigeria, the cutoff mark for medlab science is 200. So yeah, after you must have passed JAMB and passed your WAEC, you apply for post-UME depending on your school, apply for interview depending on your school as well, and then you get admitted into medical laboratory science college or school. So now when you get into the school, medlab school, your medical laboratory science is generally a 5 years course here in Nigeria. Yes, I think that it is a 5 years course. That one is standard and general. It's a 5 years course here in Nigeria, and it's also a professional course here in Nigeria. So getting into university, your very first year, which is your 100 level, is more like an advanced secondary school, because most of the courses that you're doing at that time are more like A level, mathematics, physics, all of that. So by 100 level, you're not exactly in the department, because you'll be having GST courses, like general courses with everybody else in other departments. So by 100 level, you're still just, you're not fully in school of medical laboratory science. So yes, so now after your 100 level, the cutoff mark for medlab for courses in 100 level is 40%, which is like an E. I think that it is relatively the same in other schools. Like I said, if it's not, you can leave a comment in the comment section and someone will be able to learn from that. But for my school and some other schools that I am aware of, the cutoff mark for a course is 40%, which is like 40 over 100, which is like E in grade system. So yes, so after your 100 level, moving into your 200 level, you begin to receive lectures on courses like anatomy, biochemistry, physiology, what else do we do, and all of that, just generally trying to introduce you into the sciences, because you know that medical laboratory science is also a branch of medicine. Having courses that will basically introduce you into biology or health sciences, teaching you about the body and all of that. You already know that anatomy, telling you about the body. You do different parts of the body from your head, you study from your head to your toe, upper limb, lower limb, head and neck, all those. And then you do biochemistry, pathways, and all of that. In for me, I don't know about some other people, but for me, 200 level was a lot of things, because most of the courses were just very bulky and not med lab gone. Most of the courses were just a lot of plenty things, and you know how bulky anatomy can be, physiology, histology, biochemistry, pathways, and all of that. So 200 level was a lot of work. Or 200 level in med lab science, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know about others, is really very hectic, because you're doing a lot of courses, and not just courses that are a lot of three credit load courses that are hefty and that requires you to, you know, very bulky and all of that. So that's 200 level for you. By 200 level, you're not, and you're just like one step into the department. You've not started posting, you've not started laboratory posting, you've not started going to the lab and all. You're just busy, you're just still running around trying to get a proper introduction into health science. Yes. Now, moving on to 300 level, if you successfully scale through 200 level without a carryover, trust me, you're going to graduate from School of Med Lab Science without a carryover. Because as far as I'm concerned, 200 level was like I won't say tough, but 200 level was the year that I know that I had to read very hard, because the things, we're writing a lot of courses back to back, no space and all of that. And then the courses were not just courses that you can just read 1 week to exam, they were all just very bulky and all of that. So yes, if you successfully pass 200 level without a carryover, I believe that you're very bright and you're going to graduate from that school without having a carryover, or the chances of you graduating from school without having a carryover is very high. So now moving on to 300 level. 300 level, what do we do? Okay, 300 level, you begin to be introduced into medical lab science proper. You begin to do courses like instrumentation. I'm trying to remember if you still do anatomy. Yes, 300 level. Okay, you begin to do courses like instrumentation, pharmacology. Yes, you do pharmacology. I really liked pharmacology, telling you about drugs and all of that. You do, I think we also still did anatomy, we still did histology, you still do physiology. You begin to do med lab instrumentation, introduction to MLS and all of that. 200 level, you begin to go laboratory posting, and I think that in most of the schools, 300 level is the level that you go for IT. But my school, med lab science, we don't go for IT, we just do our laboratory posting in the school teaching hospital. So, but I think for other schools, 300 level is the level that you go for your IT. So yes, 300 level is just basically a proper introduction to med lab. Although by 300 level you've not started doing the major courses in med lab, but you started doing things like instrumentation, you started doing lab posting, you started going to the lab, you started getting acquainted with all the instruments in the lab, equipment and all of that. So yes, that's basically what 300 level entails. So now moving on to 400 level. 400 level is like the advanced version of 200 level. Why do I say that? Because 400 level is where you properly get introduced into med lab. You start doing chemical pathology, you start doing hematology, you start doing parasitology, you start doing medical microbiology, you start doing all these major core med lab courses. And you know that these are like the major branches of med lab. So 400 level is where you begin to do these things. And you know, 400 level, why did I say 400 level is just like advanced 200 level? Because 400 level, you're doing almost all in fact, not even almost. 400 level, you're doing all the departments, you're doing all the branches of med lab, you're doing all the specialization, you're doing everything. You know how 500 level you specialize and all, 400 level you're doing everything. So it's also a bit bulky and a bit new. And 400 level is like your first professional examination class. 400 level, yeah, I think that yes, for all the schools it should be the same. 400 level, you take your very first professional exam. where external supervisors come and you do practicals and all of that. So in 400 level, you do basically all the courses in med lab: hematology, chemical pathology, medical microbiology, parasitology, bacteriology, virology. You do all these things in 400 level, and then at the end of the second semester, you're required to write your professional exam. You write your first professional. My school, I don't know about other schools, but my school writes first professional exam. When you pass that, you can now write second professional exam. After that, you do your vival, and then if you scale through, you'll be able to move into final. So what are the things you write in first professional exam? In professional exam for 400 level, professional exam for 400 level, you take professional exam on chemical pathology, you take professional exam on microbiology, take professional exam on hematology and all of that. You take professional exam on all the 4 core branches of med lab. You do tests, you do vival, you do everything. So 400 level is a bit hectic. That's why I said that it's like an advanced 400 level. So after successfully scaling through all of that, you then move into your final year. Final year is just final year was sweet for me. I won't lie. Final year is you just relax and focus on your specialty. As for me, I specialize in hematology. So final year is just the year you just let go of all those histopathology. You let go of all these other departments that you're not majoring, or that's not your major. For my school, we just had one. You just have the opportunity to specialize in one department. But for some other schools that I've seen, like University of Nigeria, they had their main specialty, and then the second, they were allowed to specialize in 2 departments. But for my school, we just had one. So I specialize in hematology. At 500 level is just a chilled class. You have in a semester you have 4 courses or 3 depending on your department, and then 500 level you are expected to do your projects. Me, 500 level, I just took a very simple project. I think what was my project topic: the effect of petrol inhalation on humans using albino rats as an indicator, something like that. But my project topic, I got 32 rats, put them in different cage, and then I got petrol. Every day I put petrol in one kind of jar container, leave it open, and put it in their different rat cage. But prior to that, I took their samples before exposing them to it, and then after about, I think it was about 30 days, I took their samples again, and just to check the parameters and to check the changes in the parameters, WBC and all of that. So that's like a rough sketch of what my project topic was about. So 500 level, as far as I'm concerned, also is a chilled level, is a chilled class. Just be chilling, pick a department that you are very good at and smash your exams. Project is like 6 credit load, then imagine getting an A in project and all of that. So in 500 level, it's always good to use your senses. Don't just collect project topic that that you cannot do, or you don't have the energy or the resources to do. So yes, also in 500 level, you also write professional exam. You also write your second professional exam. That one was a bit relaxing for me, because I was writing professional exam in hematology that I was very good at. What are the questions that and one thing about this professional exam is that no matter how they want to change the question, it will always be from the same topic. Like the practicals, no matter how they want to change the question, you always know that blood group will be there, PCV will be there, WBC will be there, all these things. So once you know the procedure and all of that, you're good to go. That's one good thing about practical. The only issue, or the only place that I know that people always have issues, is vival, because you don't know where the question will be coming from. But I think that if you want me to release a video on how to face vival, or how to answer vival questions, you can leave a comment in the comment section, and I would release a video, because I had a trick for vival that I used and it worked for me. So as I was saying, 500 level is just a chill day. 500 level, you write your second professional exam. 500 level, you are required to make all your papers, because if you don't, you come back for an extra year. After 500 level, if you make it, you do your induction, you graduate, and will now start the hustle of life, which is looking for internship space. If you want me to also make a video on how to get internship space, you can leave a comment in the comment section. But after your 500 level, you move on to internship, where you get a hospital that you work as an intern for a year and get paid. After that, you go for your service where you work and all of that before you fully become a medical lab scientist. But already during your service, you're already in possession of your permanent license, so you're already a lab scientist. But during your internship, you're going to be given a temporary license, you know. But during your service, you already have your permanent license. So from there, you are released into the labor market and you begin the hustle and all of that. So I think that's that. I think that I have successfully broken down the study course of medical laboratory science in Nigeria. If there's any area I missed out on, you can leave a comment in the comment section. I and my subscribers will be willing to learn from you. If you have any question, you can also leave it in the comment section, and be sure that I'll be replying your comments with a video. We've come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope that I have been able to explain in details the study program of medical laboratory science in Nigeria. Thank you for watching this video. Please share this video to your class group chats, your school group chat, your friends, your family, anybody that you know is studying medical laboratory science, as this will help them a lot. Thank you for watching my video.